We know what really happened. The real footage is out there. What really happened was these cops were trigger happy. They came to the scene not knowing what was really going on. And instead of waiting to see what was going on, they shot first. No questions asked. Shot into open crowd. There was children walking past. This is why it's a safety hazard, because there were children walking past. So even if you feel like you have a suspect, you're not going to think about the people who are innocent walking around. So, what's his officer name?
Michael J. Saline.
Michael Saline, Officer Michael Saline, 46th Precinct. He has yet to be held accountable in any form or fashion.
And his hands was up.
Mikey Rosado's hands were up. We have the footage. It's out there. But the news hasn't presented that footage. They present the footage that they took and corrupted and put out there to manipulate the minds of the people so we won't gain no support. So Mike Rosado's family doesn't gain any support. And it kind of played a part where it works a little because a lot of the people are blaming Mikey for what happened. But see, what are you going to do to hold the NYPD accountable for their unlawful actions?
Brother, I mean, have you been living under a rock?
No.
Because I've been doing that I did it in the department.
In America?
Yeah. Brother,
but we're gonna look.
Walking in this room without history.
No, I asked you a question. I wanted to answer.
The same thing.
I didn't ask you about your background. I asked you a question.
No, he said what you gonna do.
We can go back and forth about what I do and what you do.
I think he's asking specific.
I want to know. What legislation, what law, what bill, what are you gonna pass?
That's on your website, but like tomorrow.
For their unlawful actions on U.S. citizens, taxpaying citizens.
Brother, the same thing I have done for 35 years, I'm going to continue to do. And maybe you should look at those things that I have done.
I just want to start this video off by saying Michigan weather ain't shit. Like 4 days ago, I made a video all hype and shit, like finally spring is here, like Puff Daddy dancing all in the video and shit. Now it's back fucking wintertime. Everybody finna have fucking pneumonia and shit. Bro. All weekend, I seen legs, asses, pretty feet and shit. It was hot as hell outside. I ate some Funyuns this morning, so I went in the gas station to get a piece of bubble gum. All 3 chicks in there had Uggs on that they got in the fall, because they was ran down on the side. I know the government got something to do with it. I know it. They just flipping switches and shit. All weekend, I was at barbecues with my sunroof open, AC banging. Then this morning I had to warm my car up and turn the fucking heat on the way to work. Like, fucking warm up outside, bro. It's the end of April. It's finna be May. Shit.
I genuinely don't know how anybody is surviving in this economy right now, especially single people who supply all of their income. I can't do it. I have 2 jobs. 2 jobs, and I work almost every day between these 2 jobs, and I still can't afford to do anything without crying about my bank account every 5 seconds. I would just like once to have a day where I can go out and do things for myself without having to cry and worry about and stress about, hey, am I going to be able to pay rent after this? I don't think I'm asking too much, okay? I'm tired. I'm tired of existing in the society that monetizes my entire existence. I don't want to be here anymore. This is just...
I think that a lot of you are looking at this as if it's some type of teachable moment for me, and it's not. My $70,000 this year don't stretch the same as it did last year. And the money that you talking about managing ain't gonna be enough money to manage if they keep raising the prices of gas, if they keep raising the prices of rent. That $70,000 gonna feel like 50. And eventually that $50,000 gonna feel like 30. That's the point that you're missing. It's getting harder and harder for people to obtain affordable housing, to be able to buy a house. Rent, the landlords are pricing them out of where they can live and where they're renting. This is not about money management, ma'am. This is about inflation. So while you in this comment thread trying to be somebody's financial advisor, why don't you pick your head up out the ground and look around at the economy and actually look at what's happening and how it's affecting people's lives, and stop trying to play this holier than thou game, please.
Hey, just a quick one for you guys. So what about this freaking TikTok about The Simpsons? Nobody gonna talk about that shit? I mean, they've made, what, 10, 12, 15 predictions that all came true. Some of them are just fucking unbelievable. Like the video of them going down the stairs and then the person in the background is holding a paper and then in real life it happened. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, they got the fucking, I don't know when it was aired, but it's got the Russians and Ukraine going at it. And then there's a big-ass fucking nuke. And it's on May 5th, 2022. The date's right on there. What the hell?
What would happen if we all just said, I'm done? What would happen if one day we all woke up and went, I don't want to go to work today. It's a beautiful day outside. I want to walk around and enjoy the nature around me. I don't want to go exhaust myself, probably not eat for the day, hurt my back, and give all of this energy to people who are either not going to tip me, going to speak to me like I'm a fucking moron. And I'm talking about any job. That includes bosses, etc., wherever the fuck you work. What if one day we all just finally said, I want to enjoy the world the way it's showing me it wants to be enjoyed. I don't want to wake up early unless I choose to watch the sun come up. I don't want to go to bed sometimes at night because I want to appreciate the stars, even though we can't really see them due to our own fucking pollution. What would happen if we said, I don't care that the government tells me I can't plant food and a garden in my area on an earth that was here long before them, but they came along and made rules and now I can't do anything without their say-so or their cut that they get to get out of it. What would happen if one day we stopped all this bullshit and just lived like we were meant to? Does anybody have these moments where they're just like, I don't want to do this? And not the normal every day that I know myself as an OG millennial, we say to ourselves, because we've been working since I've had a job since I was 13. I don't know about the rest of y'all. But I'm 34 and I'm planning my retirement. I know I want to, like, in my mind, sometimes it's a little bit dramatic, but I envision myself walking up to the government as though it's just one building. Okay, follow me. And I hand in my birth certificate, their ownership papers of me. And I'm just like, slide it over. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to go live as a human because who are you to tell me that I can't? Because essentially, if I walk up and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to pay bills. I didn't ask to come in the world, but I am here. So I don't want to abide to some of these rules that actually put a bind on me as a person and human entity. We are spiritual beings and we're meant for more, but we are literally born into a system that tells us that we're not. And if you think that way, that you're crazy. You're right. I'm crazy because I want to experience the world for what it is without changing it so much that it no longer can sustain itself. And now we've given it a timeline to when it can just be dead. Maybe this is why TikTok keeps banning me. Because my words have extreme power and I've learned how to use them correctly. Took a lot of healing to get here, and this is the type of healing I want to offer to the world. Maybe this is why this video will probably get nowhere. I hope to see you. Follow me.